Can you hear me now? Alright, testing. How's that? Is that better? I think it should be better now. Alright, try that. How's that? I'm checking some of my settings here. I always have issues with audio. It's guaranteed. Awesome. Thank you, McVice. I appreciate it. Appreciate you checking out the channel. Again, you guys make this channel. I just look for the stuff. Terrible. I was like, no, not again. Alright. Alright, cool. Great, Sean G. Alright, the audio is working. Alright, let's see here. I'm not gonna lie, I was talking for like the entire time before that. And it was on mute. Excellent. Excellent. I actually had to get another mic. Something was wrong with my original mic, so I went out and grabbed another one. Alright. How's everyone doing tonight? I really appreciate you guys checking out the What Was That channel. It's Saturday night. You could be anywhere, but you're here. So that's really awesome, and I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. I got NASCAR. Hold on. Let me try to I'm going to turn it down. Alright, there. It should be lower. Yeah, I had NASCAR on. Alright, excellent. Well, I'm at least glad my microphone is working really good here. Looks like my OBS is going really good. Alright, I'm pretty happy. I haven't streamed in a couple, like, maybe 2 weeks. I took some time off. It's really difficult going through the stuff, like I had just so many other things, trying to get the, just using Adobe Premiere and stuff like that. But I got a little article on the, oh, first, I want to say the original footage with the ship I had on it. I don't want to get in trouble by using someone else's footage. That's not mine. The link is in the bottom description box if anybody wants to check out that time lapse of that ship. What, really? Still no sound? What about now? Nothing? Still? What about now? Cat's eyes, can you hear me? I swear I always have problems with audio since I started this channel. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. I'll continuously check my mic output shows it is working. It was an awesome time lapse. When I saw it, I wasn't even looking for anything I was actually looking for cargo, the containers, because I need one for storage around my yard. And I stumbled upon that video, and I was like, oh, this is absolutely getting used for the What Was That channel. It's completely enjoyable to watch. And I just applied different music to the background, and you can just apply yours, and it turns it into a great intro. It's awesome. Nicholas, are you alive? Is everything okay? I saw your cloud footage, which I am using for the show. I haven't used it yet, but it's coming up. I forgot what I was saying. If anyone, I have like a level 10 headache, so I may lose my track. So I have my pencil with my paper out, taking notes as I go here. Yep, the asteroids. It was crazy. There was actually no spraying going on. At least for me today. But what I did notice is, since I came back from camping in late August, my bird feeders don't need refilling as often. And then we noticed there was like no small wildlife where I live. And I live out in the middle of nowhere. And you can tell the dramatic drop-off of them being around. And this is the only other article I could find on it. Fewer birds noted at area bird feeders. And this is from, I don't even know where this is from, but other people are reporting it also. Even in my town, other people report the same thing. Fewer birds, squirrels, chipmunks, any of that stuff. Just gone. I have no rabbits in my yard. It's crazy. Yeah, the world's ending right now. Be safe. Watch out, duck. Go under a table. It's crazy. I actually thought today was like one of the nicest days of all like season. It was just beautiful out. It was crazy. But yeah, even this article: chickadees, cardinals, blue jays, not goldfinches. Yep, all gone. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I thought maybe they could sense the hurricane and fled. I don't know. Or can they sense something coming, like premeditated sensing? I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I also got some cool. If you read it, I put. Hold on, let me take a second. In the bottom scroller, I updated it, and you see I have some purple and green cloud footage. I got some cool footage. I actually went out and found this. I used my camera and everything and took it. I'm pretty proud. So we'll be taking a look at that. Let's see. Let's see. I wanted to check out because right here we're gonna check out some wildfire activity. I do believe it's important to see what's going on. We got hammered on the East Coast with natural disasters. Oh my God, look at this. They are getting rocked by wildfires. This is crazy. Let's see some of these. Let's see the acreage. 10,000 acres. 48,000 acres. I bet some of those would be in the 100,000 acres. 2,000 acres. This is crazy. There's a lot of wildfires going on. 8,500 acres. 127,000 acres. 75% contained though, so that is that's nice to know. Just crazy. But this is a good map just to see what's actually happening. Look at this. Look at the amount of wildfires they got going on. Over here we got crazy weather. I mean, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, what is going on? Crazy here. The other thing I wanted to check out for what's going on and what we live on is the 3D map action. Let's see, Mexico's been on the radar for the past 2 weeks now, right? I even made a little clip with their news broadcast. Here we've got a 7.1 within the last 7 days. Even the most recent at a 4.9. So Mexico's definitely getting active, or being reported as super active. Let me check the pop-out chat. Send the hurricane there. I know, right? I know, it's just crazy. Send the hurricane there to put them out. Land hurricane. Interesting. The hardest part about doing the show is like doing the show in the chat, because you want to be in the chat so bad. Yeah, I did hear that also. We can definitely take a look. Did anybody check out my Mexico reporter earthquake video? We can check that out. We'll take a look at that. So here's what's going on with earthquakes. Anywhere else on the world that could possibly be alarming? Look at all that's going on. We got a 5.1 here. 5.7s. All 5.7s there. Wow. Mexico is definitely oh man, I can't even get this thing to work. Yep. Looks like most of the 5.2 in the past 7 days. That's pretty crazy. If they have tornadoes, they will have fire ones. Yeah, I forget what they call them. They can have a sharknado. It'll take the water and sharks and drop them on, just like the movie. I saw it on TV, so it's real. So it's real. It's crazy. All right, and the only other weather, or I mean, if anyone's, we can keep looking at earthquake stuff, but I'm gonna go into the Mexico City earthquake after I show a Nicholas Cabal clip. If anyone doesn't know, Nicholas Cabal runs the Nicholas Cabal channel, where he specializes in weather, geoengineering, weather modification, and he gives a pretty good insight with constant updates. And I'm just trying to get my link going here. And again, I put his description. There's a link in the bottom of my in the bottom
September
of
20.
pause. There's a link in the bottom of my description box for this video, and then you can just go ahead and subscribe to Nicholas Cabal right through the video. So let me go ahead and make sure the audio works. Let's see. Is that gonna work?
Is
yep.
September 23rd. Supposedly the end of the world. What I see is weird here. Okay, the sun is behind me. Why does it look like this is getting lit up from something? See how white that cloud is? Looks like it's being illuminated. But the sun is right there. I just thought that was weird. It looks like there's another luminary or something over here.
Oh yeah, tons of overcast.
Excuse me, guys. Weird looking clouds right there. But yeah, it looks like there's something illuminating these clouds right here. And then the sun's right here. So if it was just the sun that was making those light up, then why isn't over here lighting up? Or over here lighting up like that? Only around the sun is, like, these are lighting up. But why? That looks so weird. Thanks for watching.
And there we have it. The weather going on down in Florida from the Nicholas Cabal channel. Go ahead and check out the link on the bottom of the description box there. It's tough making videos. I was doing them today and I was tripping over stuff, swearing, so I actually stopped making them all day. But what's very interesting, does anyone know about the NASA clouds? They're using the canisters with the borium, strontium, cupric oxide when it's injected into the air in an aerosol. It makes their special clouds that they're saying, the purple and whatever colors they're talking about. I notice that phenomenon all the time with the lightning and the clouds. Yep. Let's see here. I actually. Yes. I want to find the exact. Right here. This is what I'm talking about. All right. Nighttime rocket launch to create colorful clouds in space. This is a long time ago, but what I'm trying to get. The rocket is to test a new multi-canister injection system. For deploying vapors in ionosphere or aurora surrounding rocket missions. The vapors will form colorful clouds that will be seen from New York to California, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, they, where's the color that they make? Oh, they're purple. They match the aurora borealis. That's why they call them the aurora clouds. But anyways, I caught what I think are these clouds. I could literally tell the difference between them. Let me see here. You know, yeah, I'm gonna talk about what you guys are talking about in the chat there with that strobe lightning. I see you guys are talking about, so I might as well. But what am I trying to find here? Oh yeah, the clouds. So, I took this picture, and if we notice, you can actually see green, and then purple in the center. You can see it up here a little bit, but mainly right there. I'm going to back out, so you can see it. And then I'm going to zoom in slowly. And you can really see the purple and green. And then I have this picture of it. You can really see the purple and green. In this cloud layer, you could tell was just different than the others. It was at a different altitude. It was a completely different cloud system. But the sun could be lighting it up the right way, but it just so happens to be the same colors as the NASA. As NASA was describing. But there you have it. You got purple and green. You can see it. You can see it down here. So let's zoom in. There's some up there. Some here. This is all the same picture. So there's there. It's all green and purple, just like the NASA clouds. All green and purple. So there's my my evidence that I found the NASA clouds. I got it right there. Look at that. I've seen the satellite and Alright, let's see here. I'm just gonna grab my bookmarks. Oh, let's hold on. I wanted to watch one clip here. I want to check out my... I'm sorry, I apologize. I can't think. I'm just trying to find a video that I want to play next, and then it'll roll into the next scene. Oh, right here. Yeah, let me grab it. No, I don't need the intro. Okay, right here. Alright, so this, I watched someone's live feed that was like 7 hours long last night, and I just stayed up watching it to see if the news would say anything, and I probably missed a bunch of stuff, but this is what I caught. He's reporting from Mexico City, and he's reporting on the massive quake they just had. Let's take a listen. Let me just rewind it here. Make it full screen so we can see it.
It's also a city that has tried to prepare. Tuesday's earthquake struck on the exact anniversary of the 1985 earthquake, and just after drills had been conducted throughout the capital.
It struck on the anniversary of the 1985 mega quake that rocked them over there. 5,000 people died. And then it just so happened to be right after they had drills. Could some of this footage be from drills? Buildings that were already collapsed? I'm not saying something bad didn't happen. I'm just saying they just so happen to have drills before this earthquake. Did they know? I mean, that's pretty crazy. I'm going to listen to it again.
It's also a city that has tried to prepare. Tuesday's earthquake struck on the exact anniversary of the 1985 earthquake, and just after drills had been conducted throughout the capital. Gail?
The nature's a mighty force. Thank you very much.
She just said, nature's a mighty force. I can't even handle it. I'm going to play it again.
Force. Thank you very much. The nature's a mighty force. Thank you very much.
The nature is a mighty force. She don't even care. She knows. They're all in on it. It's a big game.
It's also a city that has tried to prepare. Tuesday's earthquake struck on the exact anniversary of the 1985 earthquake, and just after drills had been conducted throughout the capital.
I mean, what are people supposed to think when they hear that? It happened literally on the anniversary of the 1985 megaquake that killed 5,000 people in Mexico's, or I don't know if it was Mexico, I'm pretty sure it was. Also, coincidentally, just prior to that, they had drills for the same event. I mean, it's crazy. I gotta play it again. I just can't.
1985 earthquake, anniversary of the 1985 earthquake, and just after drills had been conducted throughout the capital.
I mean, does it even look like he's there? To me, it looks like he's in front of a green screen. It doesn't even look real.
City that has tried to
Hold on. See, I can't stream in front of
prepare. Tuesday's earthquake struck on the exact anniversary of the 1985 earthquake, and just after drills had been conducted throughout the capital. Gail?
I mean, that's crazy. Ridiculous. I stumbled upon a video which I think it was Mexico City. Yeah, it's their anniversary to it. What are the odds? It's just crazy. And how many years is that, Sean? 1985 to now. 32, right? That's 23 backwards. So 32-year anniversary, 23 backwards on the 20, like, I don't know. I don't know. Just weird. It's probably their ritual stuff. How's everyone doing out there? I appreciate you guys watching. It's Saturday. You guys are here. I have like a level 10 headache. I apologize. I took 2 Advil. I got some seltzer water, and I'm running the What Was That channel. So I'm pretty good. I'm good. There's I think I have a video. Let's see. I find so many videos on my journey through the internet. This footage was taken prior to the earthquakes in Mexico. And as you can see, it's some sort of lightning. Is this similar to what you guys are talking about? Let's take a look at it. If you do notice, they come from the same spots. There's about six spots maybe that it keeps coming from. They call it earthquake lightning. I bet they're gonna say that. But nonetheless, it's still happening prior to an earthquake. Yeah, it's War of the Worlds. Don't get me wrong, where I live in the Northeast, and we get weird storms all the time. Weather's always changing, and I see what's called heat lightning. They look like flashes like that, but you can tell it's lightning in the clouds. But it doesn't look like this. This is pretty interesting. And what's also interesting is this clip has been recorded from different people's like porches in this town, seeing it from different angles. So either people are real good at editing, you know, making all different angles and stuff, which is possible, or we are witnessing War of the Worlds type stuff. Yeah, Nicholas, I've been on, remember those dots Dredd said? When we saw it on the radar during the hurricane, we saw the dots on that radar. And I have said since then that those are something else. The day of the hurricane footage, or Dredd's channel, we were watching the radar, and there were these dots, and the people were like, oh no, it's lightning. I don't think they were lightning. I think they were these. And if you look, there's probably 9 of them. That's pretty much how many were in that radar image. And if you look at the size of lightning and figure out the size of whatever's up there, it's probably the same size as that blip. And what are they? They're hidden in clouds, just like the hurricane. Do you remember that, Sean? It was just for a quick second. We saw about 10 dots in the hurricane. And if you do a ratio, those dots would probably be about the size of, if you put a circle around those lightning, you know, like a ship or something. That's what you get, to me. They were saying it was lightning, and remember I was ridiculous about it day after day. I'm like, that's not what those are, and then I kept going crazy, and then I ran into this clip. So yeah, so what I did is I actually got a lightning tracker, so I can do lightning tracking during the next storms and see what's actually happening. Yep, and they were claiming that was lightning. That wasn't lightning, Nicholas. Something was going on. I think you have massive ships jamming lightning into the ground. Energy. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But for my crazy conspiracy theory for the night, I'm just gonna say it was ships in the sky. They're ships. The ones they don't tell us that, you know, we have. Pretty crazy. I actually have another one. Yeah, no lightning at all. I agree, McVice. The internet is the bee's knees. We can track damn near anything these days. I do agree with that, but what I am skeptical of is I believe some of the radar images are altered. Like the hurricane sizes of the hurricanes on the radar images. I think... Don't quote me. Again, I'm just... All my stuff's based on speculation. I feel they're just... they are amping some of them up to be larger than they are. Don't get me wrong, I don't think storms aren't happening and people are getting injured. It's evident to see that these storms are, but I think they're taking advantage of it, and more people are getting injured because of other things. Let's see. I should post all the links to all the trackers. You got the 3D earthquake tracker. I got the seismic trackers for the USGS. Yeah, there's tons of trackers out there. Do I have them? Yeah, right here. These are all the trackers that I use. Forest fire, earthquake, seismic. That's another U.S. Geological Survey, but I don't really trust them because they're straight government. But I guess they're all infiltrated, you know. Radar CGI images. Oh man, they're just, it's like so evident now. The more I watch it, the more it's like they live. It's so evident that it's exactly like they live. What else do I want to show? Oh yeah, let me see. The next video, I'm gonna turn it down. I don't want any audio. I don't want any copyright strikes. I get them all the time. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. This is a hurricane size comparison. This is from Regiar Comparisons. I probably butchered that first name, but I'm gonna go ahead and post the link in the bottom description. But we're gonna use this and check it out. And again, this is a size comparison of hurricanes. And we will be starting out with Tropical Storm Marco in 2008. It has a diameter of 22 miles. 44 miles. 56 miles. 168 miles. 1970. Wow. So this hurricane right here, Hurricane Jose, that just missed me, 2017 here, is 217 miles wide. So you have a comparison of all these other hurricanes up to Hurricane Jose at 217 miles wide. I'm gonna continue. First off, are these scoop marks? It looks like scoop marks, like a, like they're perfectly straight. All right, never mind. $350, 385. Hurricane Katrina at 385 miles wide. Hurricane Irma, 400 miles wide. Hurricane Dean, 435 miles wide. Hurricane John, 1994, 930 miles wide. Hurricane Sandy, 2012, 1,100 miles wide. 1970, 1,250 miles wide. Typhoon Tip was its name. So there you have it. These were all the sized hurricanes in, well, not all of them, but just size comparison wise. Here you have it. And if you ask me, the footage they showed for some of these huge hurricanes was not the wind speeds that they were reporting. I'm sorry, you're not talking on your microphone in 120-mile-an-hour winds. It's not happening. It's just not. Number one, you're not even standing out there, but they are. No big deal. Guys are riding bikes behind them. They got mad. Hey, don't ride the bikes. You're making our scene look bad, even though it's like not even really that bad. And I'm not saying people don't get injured or there's crazy storms. There are. I just believe they're hyping them up to a higher level so they can get you out of there. And what I do believe they're doing it for, or not doing it for, I have some, what I believe, evidence is this. I was really worried about the people on the island of Puerto Rico. Where is my article? Oh, right here. Alright, let's see here. I don't like FEMA. I have an issue with FEMA. I think they're very bad. That's my personal opinion. If they've helped you, I mean, no offense or anything like that, but I personally feel that they're not good. Come on, it's my internet. Not good. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. He wants me to buy. I'm not buying anything. I'm gonna get right out of here. Oh man. I apologize. The link I used earlier was fine, but now it's not letting me use it. Alright, I'll use this one. Alright, so let's check this out. This is from fortune.com. Puerto Rican Power Utility PREPA files for bankruptcy. Why don't a couple more things load on the page so it shows me. Alright, there we go. Filing comes after years of restructuring talks between the utility and its creditors. So just a couple months before some reconstructing talks happen, you know, July 2nd. $9 billion debt load. Gonna apply for bankruptcy. You know, a little weird. And then you have this. Puerto Rico's power. Oh my God, ads. Puerto Rico's Power Authority effectively files for bankruptcy, July 2nd, 2017. Like restructuring a couple months before this massive earthquake. And now you're going to tell people, you're going to sit there and tell people they're going to be out of power, which you shut off prior to this. I don't know if anybody knows this. They shut off the power 20 hours prior to the hurricane getting there. I watched it live on TV. They said it. Now that means anyone with a home medical device that needs to be run, CPAP machine, oxygen, heart stuff, I don't even know. But if it needs to plug into the wall and you have a medical device, you now cannot stay in your house. You are forced to go to these camps. And FEMA happened to be set up before. FEMA's already there, set up all their shelters. Come here. Don't worry. We'll leave the power on here, but not at your house. Carlene McLean. Oh, thanks for joining. Wait, what's Let me fix something here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. How do I... Oh boy. She'll be... Hold on. Come on. Alright. Carlene, I did not mean to do that. I meant to do this. Carlene, are you there? I did not mean to block you. I unblocked you fast. I was trying to give you a wrench. Oh no, I feel so bad. Carlene. It shows I unblocked her, so she should be back. Carlene, I banned you on accident. Are you back? I just want to make sure everything's good. There it is. There we go. All right, cool. All right, perfect. What I was talking about was I believe that some shady shit is going down with these weather phenomenons. I believe people are using they're selling them. They're using as cover for these shady deals. You have a $9 billion debt being reconstructed for the Power Authority of Puerto Rico. Now, they filed bankruptcy in July, just a few months before this massive quake. I'm sorry, this massive I always said earthquake again. Hurricane plows into Puerto Rico, rendering their power grid completely useless. Now, they are said to be, it's said to be that they could possibly be out of power for anywhere from weeks to months. How is that possible? How? Okay? Now, you have them shutting off the power 20 hours before this hurricane hit. Right? FEMA was already set up before the hurricane already hit. Shutting off power to your house renders anyone with medical devices, CPAP machines, heart machines, oxygen machines, you could have just had surgery and had, like, I don't know, any machine for medical renders it useless, and you have to go to that FEMA camp. It makes you go. Now, you have a $9 billion shady deal happening, reconstruction, hurricane hits, they get a little fire. Let's see the fire that renders that's destroyed this place, that they can't have power. Let's see this. You don't think power plants can deal with, like, fire? That's all that happened to this thing. Let's see. It was outside. It was a couple transformers. There it is. You're telling me they can't truck a couple of these things in? They're just filled with oil, move them out of the way, and put new ones in. So here you have this massive problem they can't fix. You're not going to have power because of these three transformers that they could just probably put back in, you know? It's crazy. But they went to the moon. They went to the moon, but can't put these in. New transformers. I think that's what they are. I think they're filled with oil. I'm not an electrician. Linesman. Here's the fire. I'm not saying nothing didn't happen, but that's it. That rendered an entire power plant, an entire island, useless. Stone Age. For weeks to months. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. They're making people go to these camps. So now all the medically needed people that are elderly, who are weak, who need these medical devices, are now at these camps. Next, it's going to be people that just are regularly living that can't live without power anymore. They're going to have to go. It's just a funnel. It's a siphon to get you there. What about... McVice, you just gave me a good idea. I wonder if I can get a power grid failure map. A power grid failure. Let's see. I'm going to try to look it up. Let's see here, McVice. What about formatting? I don't see anything on it. I just went to the news. Let me see here. I did find one article yesterday. I'll put it on the screen so everyone can see it. All right. Check that out. It doesn't say anything here. Let's see. I was hoping it would say leaving many without power. Yeah, it doesn't say anything, which is strange to me. There's no news on this. This is talking about people's lives, and we don't have access to any information on it. The day that the hurricane was going to hit Puerto Rico, I tried to find any live cam that I could get. I want to see a live cam of the beaches. None were on. They were all offline. How come I'm not allowed to see that footage myself? I'm only given footage through this. It's crazy. A main commodity for people. They're bankrupt. Like, I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. It's a big scam. How your sweet place? Your sweet place. I have like a level 10 headache, so I'm like out of it. I apologize. We are just looking at the ridiculousness, the recklessness that's happening with these recovery efforts. It's actually mind-boggling to me how this is. There is no way they are this disorganized with helping people. They can't be. It has to be complete. Like, I don't know. I think I'm losing it. Let's see. I'm going to take a second and thank everyone out there. I appreciate everyone that's watching. Again, you guys make the What Was That channel. Without it, the chat's not lively. Not getting interaction between everybody. You guys make this channel. Your ideas, everything. So, thank you. Let's see. I'm gonna check my my tabs here. Oh, here's another one. Here's another gem I found. Okay, and again, I'm not saying people didn't get hurt in these disasters. What I'm saying is these people know what's happening. I think they're literally evil. I'm gonna pause this. I want to make sure. Okay. Oh boy. The best resolution is 360, so I apologize. But we're going to watch this anyways. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the volume. For those of you who are new, I am guaranteed to interrupt this clip. It's I can't help it unless I shut my mic off. But we're going to go ahead and watch this out. Let's see here.
You've been here since last night. How are people holding up?
Well, they're starting to be somewhat impatient. People have a bad habit of thinking that when the winds subside in a hurricane, the emergency is over, and it's not. There's this thing called la virazón, where the hurricane, really, the winds sort of come back, and they come at you from all different places, and the tail of the hurricane. So we are not out of the woods yet. We are getting consistent flood warning for urban areas. And
they're in the FEMA camp right now. This is the FEMA camp. They have power. They're allowed to have power.
The entire
but not the island. We're going to shut your power off 20 hours before. So if you have a medical device that you need to rely on, you can't use, and you have to come to this FEMA camp. This is how they operate.
About people knowing here, little by little, because miraculously we have phones. People are calling neighbors, relatives, and they're finding out that they don't have a home to go back to.
How are you calling people when the towers need power? They're lying. Nobody can contact anybody.
So now we're sort of dealing with Mayor, I want to leave, and then my responsibility of ensuring that their lives are taken care of.
They're not there yet. This is pre.
When people leave here, what's your biggest fear?
Or they're getting lunch or something. Or they've already offed them. All right, look at her face. Is she laughing or is she crying?
What's your biggest fear?
You tell me, laughing or crying? She's laughing, and then she's gonna put on the old pressure face. There we go. I need to cry. Think of something bad.
Everything will be lost.
I'm gonna watch it again. We can take a look at this. You tell me. No.
And on.
Nicholas Cabal. I'm serious.
Sort of
They're getting these people there to separate everybody.
And then my responsibility of ensuring that
watch, I'll explain it in a second. Watch this lady's face.
Is that difficult? I mean, when people leave here, what's your biggest fear?
Ready? Is she sad or is she laughing? People are dying. It's funny. Come on, lady. Okay, so what they're doing, what they did is they shut the power off 20 hours before. So it rendered anyone who needed medical electronics very needy. So if you had no power, if you have a CPAP machine, whatever, I don't know what oxygen machines, whatever, you need power. So you're going to automatically go to these FEMA camps. Boom, you're already done. Okay, next people they're going to do is leave the power off. Now the power grid is completely destroyed in Puerto Rico. Okay, now it's going to be down for anywhere from weeks to months. That leaves regular people who need stuff to survive. I need to charge my phone. You're gonna end up having to go to these places to get power, and then boom, you're next. You know, if these storms are so bad and they really wanted to hurt us, why wouldn't they not say something and let these storms hit us? I don't think they're as bad as they're saying. Don't get me wrong. I believe these storms exist, but they're overhyping them. She did, McVice. You could see her she had to push that like sadness out. These are evil people. I'm telling you. First we have the guy in Mexico City saying it's on the anniversary of the 1985 megaquake that killed 5,000 people in Mexico City. On top of it, they had drills before it. I mean, they're literally paving a path for me to come up with my own idea of what's happening. And these people are literally evil. Let's take a look at this again.
People are calling neighbors, relatives, and they're finding out that they don't have a home to go back to, but they still need to go there, assess what went on. You can listen to the wind. So now we're sort of dealing with, Mayor, I want to leave, and then my responsibility of ensuring that their lives are taken care of.
Is that difficult? I mean, when people leave here, what's your biggest fear?
She laughed right there. She actually like laughed.
When people leave here.
And does anyone, I got another question. Anyone who runs a live broadcast or does any video with your phone, does your phone ever, does this happen to your footage?
What's your biggest fear?
This crazy,
Is that difficult?
These crazy gray boxes like that? Does that stuff happen to you guys? This only happens with news networks.
When people leave here, I mean, when people leave here,
I never have anything like that. Only these people.
Is that difficult? I mean, when people leave here.
How come only they have that? No device that I own that broadcasts through the internet to something else does that type of, I don't know, pixelation, distortion, digital interference, if you will. I don't know.
What's your biggest fear?
That I'm not going to be able to come up with tears for the scene.
They're not going to find a home.
Ready? Ready? Here we go. There we go.
Everything will be lost. And
she still couldn't even get them out.
It will take a while for us to get to those that need it the most.
I can't even handle it. Yeah, I know. It's like you could see she's really laughing. It's kind of disturbing. Sometimes I try. I'm like, all right, Ryan, they're really not. You know, come on, man. Just think about it first. And then I'm like, no, look at all the other things that are starting to add up and add up and add up. And you're not telling me that these people are not evil. How come they have power? How come this whole building has power, but nobody else gets to have power? They're allowed to, but nobody else is. And you have to come here if you need power, where we're going to wax you. And that's what's happening. People in Houston are showing up missing. Or they're not showing up missing, because they wouldn't show up at all. They're going to these camps and they're turning up missing. You have homeless people being interviewed, literally saying that, and that's why they're not there. The interviewers are like confused why these people aren't going. How come you're not going to the FEMA camp? Because John went and he didn't come back. And the news reporters are all confused. Why would you not want to go there? It's because the homeless people know they're waxing people. Why would they go? Word on the street is this. Like, the news reporters are all confused. Oh, what do you mean? It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. I've been saying it in the chats for like a week. FEMA is driving me nuts. And I think that's what they're doing. This power grid problem is really bothering me. I think they're messing with it. Let's see here. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see if I have a video clip here. Oh, man. Okay, I got something pretty cool that I wanted to talk about. Does anyone remember the video clip with Michio? I'm not sure his last name. The scientist who says they use lasers to fire it into a cloud and it breaks up the particles into different. It splits the particles apart and it gives surface area for moisture to attach to. Michio Pukaku or something is his name. And he said in the lab, or whatever he said, he fires a laser into a cloud, and it does this. Now, I stumbled upon this guy right here. All right, let me pause it real quick. Let me just show everyone what it is. All right, this is a Boeing YAL-1. All right, it's a 747 with a megawatt laser on the front. Omnidirectional. Look at that thing. Look at the size of the lens on that. That will fire a laser right through solid steel from flying. Okay? So here you have it. This is the U.S. Air Force Boeing YAL-1. And what you're looking at is a jet with a chemical laser in it. So from the back portion here all the way to the front is a whole chemical laser where they dump two chemicals together, they react, they harness the energy from it, and they shoot it out as a beam, which can be directed all the way around. What it's really designed for is surface-to-air missiles, air-to-air missiles. What it does is track them and literally burn a hole right through it, rendering it useless. But well, I don't have to shoot it at a missile. What else could I do with this? Could I do what Michio? I think his name's Kukaku. Michio Kaku. Yeah, this guy. He said he fired lasers into clouds, creating it split the atoms or split the particles, which gave surface area for moisture to attach, and it would rain. Could you just fly 10 of these around, firing the laser into the clouds and doing exactly what he wanted? Basically, leading the storm wherever you needed it to, or creating this massive amount of water that was dropped. And again, here you have it. Michio Kaku literally stated that they can shoot the laser. Could this laser be used for something different than shooting missiles out of the sky? Alright, and just to show the power of this missile, we're going to watch a quick clip. And again, this is the laser on the jet tracking a missile and rendering it completely inoperable. So let me go ahead and play this, and I'm going to check the chat. So here's a cockpit view. So if you're driving this thing, oh, cool, it runs good. There's the laser. I think it's 10-inch diameter laser, and it's tracking that missile there. Just smoked it. Done. It's going to track it until it's completely done. Here's it from the ground. There's the laser tracking the missile over here, literally burning a hole right through it. No problem, without an issue. Done. And it's tracking it live. What it does is shoot one laser at it, and when the laser hits the surface area, the I think the protons or whatever they are on the laser spread out, giving another laser an ability to pick up like the radar, I don't know, off it, and then it can shoot this laser on it. It's pretty interesting. But what they say on Wikipedia is that this aircraft is no longer in use. It actually never took off. They didn't want them. And my big question is where are these? Like this jet exists somewhere. Can I go buy this jet? No, they're going to tell you no. But well, who owns them? And what could they be used for? What else could you use a jet with a laser on it for? Could I fire it into the ocean and cause hot water? Could I fire it into clouds and do what Michio Kaku said? Cause rain. Could I fly a fleet of 10 of these around? And just hammer on clouds with the laser. Help accelerate storms that are already there. Here's a great animation with a couple of them. Here you go. Taking out missiles. What if I don't want to take out a missile? What if I just want to have 8 of these, 10 of these? Amplify storms that are already there. Or burn a hole through a house. Start forest fires. Whatever. You know. How's everyone doing out there in the chat? I appreciate everyone watching. I really do. You guys are watching the What Was That channel. You could be doing anything on this Saturday night. I feel honored. Let me check some stuff here. Here we go. In theory, an airborne laser could be used against hostile fighter aircraft, cruise missiles, or even low Earth orbit satellites. You could use it for anything. You can burn holes through other aircraft and leave no trace of like missile strikes. You could use this thing for anything. My question is, if these are not operable, they don't use them, where are they? See, status, canceled. Number built, 1. Really? Because there's a photo over here with like 3 of them on the runway. Really? You only built 1 of these? I highly doubt it. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm like still bent out of shape about the power grid on Puerto Rico. It's really bothering me. How they tell you what they're doing and then act all surprised. Oh, what do you mean? Nobody's gonna have power for weeks to months? Yeah, because you're bankrupt. They $9 billion deal going on here, and you can't turn power on for weeks to months. Come on, what are we in 1901? We got jets and lasers. Look, we have a laser, a chemical laser, in a plane, and we can't get like, it's crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna check the chat, see how everyone's doing out here. We got Nicholas Cabal out there. Thanks, Nicholas. I used a clip from Nicholas today on the channel, showing some cloud formations that are happening. Oh, we got Project Frequency out there. Go ahead and check out Project Frequency's channel. Excellent material. Just go ahead and make a playlist, and sit back and listen. Tiffany, I see you out there. Thanks for joining. Effie Witchbella, I appreciate it. McVice, you've been here since the beginning. I appreciate it. I can't see anything. Sky is covered with clouds. In theory, Yeah, in theory, an airborne laser could be used to fuck shit up. McVice, some of the reports stated that they fired them at other aircraft just for testing, and with no problem had enough force to render the plane completely inoperable. And by their terms, F it up. Yep, with no problem. No problem. And they said it had, not only did it have a burst rate, which was, I forget how massive, but continuous rate. They could pull out megawatts out of the laser continuously. I can only imagine the burst would be 10, 20 times more powerful. Just absolutely crazy. I appreciate it, guys. This is why I do it. I really appreciate it. I am more amazed that people actually listen to what I normally just even think about. Don't get me wrong, I have to organize it a little better, which is still completely horrible and unprofessional. But you know what? I like doing it. I do this stuff anyways. It's interesting. You know, I can't look at this guy anymore. It's fraud. Look at him with his laser. If you question me, I'll shine this laser in your eyes. Get out of here, dude. But there you have it. Boeing YAL. Where are these? Who owns them? If I had money, could I buy one? No, they'd tell me it doesn't exist, but they're out there. They are out there. I just like seeing the laser come on, tracking it. He is trash. I agree, McVice. He's complete trash. Anyone who gets upset, if you're a physicist or any of this stuff, you're a teacher who has this patience to understand that type of mathematical that type of math. I mean, just the patience to do that, and you just, I don't know. Some of his interviews, he's not nice, and I don't know. I just don't like it. He rubs off as like just fake. He's just fake. They're actors. This is my first time on your stream. Nice to hear you. What was it? I appreciate it, Effie Witchbella. I really appreciate you stopping by. I try to put a little scroll across the bottom of the chat so everyone knows what's actually happening. So if nothing's happening, you can go to another channel. If there's something in the scroll, I try to follow it progressively down so they're in order. So and then if there's any clips, I put them in the bottom description box. Yeah, so that's basically how the channel's set up. I did deviate from. I'm reading the scroller on the bottom, and I deviated from it a little bit. I have OCD, and that bothers me. It's okay. All right. So I have. We did the airborne laser, purple and green clouds that I caught. I'm very happy. I went out and got these pictures. Let's see here. This is my jam right here. I found this the other day. Okay, so here you have the 40th anniversary of Voyager. And this is directly from NASA. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a shout out. You can go ahead and click this link right here and go right to this video, and we can see the kind of trickery they're using. Let me make sure it's on HD. Alright, and what we want to pay attention to is the globe in the background that's upside down here. If you notice, it's very detailed. It's very nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and hit play and just watch this. Let's take a look. I'll chat in the chat for a little bit while we take a look at this.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum here on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. My name is Matthew Schindel. I am Curator of Planetary Science here in the museum.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to fast forward. I'm not going to be able to listen to this guy. Oh my god. Alright, here's where I want everyone to pay attention to the globe in the background. Just notice the detail and how nice it is.
It's really a pleasure to be here with you today
They have it rotating. You can see the clouds changing.
For both NASA and we have not gone back. Born for many of them have.
Does it look just as good as the footage they show?
Today was not born when Voyager was launched. And so really what we're
Look at it. It looks just as good, if not better, than the footage that they show of being live space or pre-recorded space, them being up there.
40 years later,
that is just as nice.
Voyager 1 and its sister spacecraft Voyager 2 continue to provide us with unprecedented information about the place in space.
I'm gonna speed this up 2 times so we can actually see it spin. It looks really good.
We live in. Voyager 1 has now traveled more than 13 billion miles from Earth.
Can you see it spinning?
It's now traveling through the emptiness.
Is that the same footage?
Space, having left a sphere of influence.
Is this the same footage that they're using to fake space? Look at that. Look at that globe. Is this the room that they use? Like... But Nicholas, doesn't it look quite accurate to what they portray? I'm gonna go ahead and redo it here. And again, this is in 2 times speed because I want to see the rotation that they're pulling off in this cool background. Don't get me wrong. If I had a party, this is the background I'd want. Look, exactly. It looks like bullshit. It's the same shit. They're using the same thing. It's not any more impressive than the footage they're showing. This is literally how they're faking it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It looks like the exact footage that they show in all their things. I swear this is like the same room that they record this stuff in. It's absolutely insane. I'm just check a couple of my settings here. I want to make sure my audio's good. I'm plagued with audio issues. It drives me nuts. I usually can handle them, but oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Wow, but my cell phone. Okay, I gotta pause this. They can get that. But if I were to take my laptop and go on my deck, I barely can stream a video to watch. Okay? There's really nothing in this video other than this globe simulation that I just wanted to show people, which I feel looks very similar, if not exactly to what they show in any of their stuff of what space looks like. And they'll play it off like, oh, we're just using a projector and running some old footage we had. What was that? I don't think so. Alright, let me see here. If anyone's tuning in, I apologize. I have a crazy headache, so I'm like slow on everything. I'm just moving slow, so I apologize. I want to do the stream that has nothing to do with it. But that's why. If I'm out of the normal, that's why. Let me see here. Oh yeah. All right. So, I know we don't like Bible stuff, but I feel the Vatican Library is a treasure trove of data. It is said the Vatican Library is lined with enough books that it like makes 6 miles or something. And I can't imagine the type of hidden information and knowledge that they have down there. In one of my previous videos, I showed a 60 minutes tour of a quick tour of the Vatican Library, and they showed a 500-year-old book with a flat Earth map that I've never seen, and it was really interesting. It reminded me of Game of Thrones, and we can review that later. But I feel the Vatican has enough knowledge; they know what's going on, or it could even, deceive. It's obviously. I do agree. That video, it looked like it was oblate on the side. Like they know it's flat and they just distort the edges, and one edge gets more distorted than the other. I think pages or something like that. Yeah, McVice, I read that the Vatican Library is absolutely massive. I don't know if it's exactly 6 miles if you line the books up. I don't know what it is, but they said maybe the pages. I'm not too sure. But they have a massive amount of information down there, and nobody but a select few of people are even allowed in there. Nobody's allowed to check a book out except the Pope. It's just crazy. I can't imagine the wealth of information down there. But what I discovered is, first off, I can't... I'm sorry, I'm just reading the chat here. That's what Neil says Earth is. Yeah, I do agree. It looks like that. And in a lot of their footage, notice that same thing. There's that same distortion, which makes it look oblique. If you look at any of the older STS footage, you'll see that same distortion, like they're using a lens to distort out each side, and one's more than the other. F.E. Witch Bella, I will give that a try. I appreciate it. How tall are... Either way, that's a lot of... Yeah, McVice, I really recommend going and checking out a quick video of the, you know what, I can even do it on the show tonight, but check out a quick tour of the Vatican Library. Whether we like them or not, which I don't, I do believe that library stores a wealth of information. Yeah, absolutely. Some of these books, the books they showed with this map in it was 500 years old, and it was an interesting map that I've never seen. But if anybody wants, I know Nicholas Cabal was interested in it. I'll go back and take a look at it. I'm completely off script tonight. I just got a couple notes of some things I wanted to go to, but what was I going to show here? The Vatican. Oh, it was about the Vatican right here. Not only do I find, I hate that they call their observatory the Lucifer telescope. I find that very mildly offensive. I don't know. It's just weird. Are they not telling us? I don't know. Anyways, let's take a look at the symbol right here. Let me grab my little magnifier. Turn on color version. I'm gonna bring this down. I'm just opening up my little magnifier here so people can see. Okay. Alright, let's take a look here. What do we have? We see the observatory with the doors. Alright, and then we see some something here and some stars. Can anybody out there tell me where the stars are in relation to the thing that's around? I don't know. Am I missing something, or are those stars in a in some sort of firmament or dome? Are they inside? They're showing the stars are contained. They're not outside of that. It's weird to me that they would have that. Yeah, they have a cross on the center where the Milky Way is. Probably, I don't know. But I'm just saying, I feel that they're showing that these stars, because if I was going to represent space, I wouldn't have some sort of container containing the stars. I would have them outside of it. And in this representation, they are containing those stars. To me, they are. In something. And, I don't know. I just feel that they're telling you that, you are literally as special as I have been telling everybody that you are. Remember, nobody's you. There's only one you. Someone can have a Ferrari, they can have whatever they want. They don't have you. There's only one of you. Cool car, bro. But you're not me. Yeah. God at the center of the dome. And what I noticed was, I'm going to show Capitol building. Alright, let's see here. Ceiling. And if you look, here's the Capitol building. Here is a image of it, and it's a domed roof with what? This is the center. It's an opening. And what's everyone doing? Looking down, hanging out. Look, they're all watching. And what's this? Center. Is this where there's a hole that we get out, just like they've been telling us? I don't know. I have no idea. Again, all I do is look at a bunch of stuff and see if anything catches my eye. And I've been looking at just anything really, and it's always this stuff that catches my eye. I don't know if I'm biased towards it, and I do like looking at it because it seems to be a really hot topic. And I don't know. To me, they're containing those stars. Let me check the chat here. Strange for sure, absolutely. Have you watched any of the videos showing the firmament grid? I have not, McVice, but I will write it down and I will absolutely check into them. Oh man, grid. I'm gonna write that down. Good catch. We've been talking about the center. He has been. Yes, exactly. Yep. It's been in our face forever. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Well, ink blots are actually what they're really nothing. They're nothing. They're actually seeing what you make out of them. That's how that test works. They're testing you. There's really no right answer. That's why they look at you funny when you're trying to explain what they are. But here you have it. They're explaining exactly where those stars are. But someone will argue me out there, and that's fine. But that's not my picture. I didn't make that. So if that's what you see and you have a problem, you're gonna have to go to the Vatican Observatory and take it up with them. It's not my picture. And here you have it, the Capitol building. Same dome, same thing, in the center. And everyone's checking us out, like, hey, what's up? You guys are still down there. Wait till you're up here, it's way cooler. I don't know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hi Charlie, thanks for joining the, what was that channel? Where we take a look at random stuff. Hoping to find something that makes me say, what was that? Kind of my, let's see, time to look at ink blots, kind of my point. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Let's see. And here you have it again. What's in the center of this building? Dome ceiling. A way out. It's blue. The water. I don't know. Is it? Is that what they're telling us? Here's another one. In the center. You're out. You can go out. Same thing. Blue in the center. Why? It's... oh, man, they make me so mad. Another one with what in the center. Charlie, you're fine as long as you're not rude. You can ask questions, but if you're rude, the mods know what to do. Everyone gets one chance. That way I can say everyone did have one chance, and I don't have to feel like weird about it or anything. You get one chance. If not, you're gone. But you can ask questions, you can do your thing, but, you know, it's just how it works. And I'm not saying anything. My channel isn't based on my assumptions. I'm looking at things that they provide me, and I'm questioning it. So if anyone has problems with these photos, you go to these architects and buildings, and you take it up with them. Hey, I don't like that proves against my point. Whatever, I don't know. I don't know. But there you have it. Lucifer telescope, or observatory. Yeah, Carly, I agree. A lot of them have the hole in the center. They, to me, have to absolutely know something. I know, Nicholas. I know you know the rules. I just like to tell everybody so I feel that everybody knows. I'm not like mad or anything. Nicholas, you're an OG. You've been here forever. In the center, if you see. Yeah, so the don't. Yeah, exactly. I agree. They purposely put that there. I 100% agree. It threw me off. And I believe with the knowledge that they have in this basement, they clearly know what's going on. I don't know. It gets me really mad. They do look at Billy. Let's see. Let's see what else. How much do you think that thing cost? Man, I don't know. What I would give to just go in that thing for a night. Look around. What do you think you'd see? would you see different than a P900, or would you see exactly how they see, which is different than a regular telescope? How come regular telescopes see different than a P900? Does P900 pick up frequencies because it's a different CCI chip? I don't know. These are all questions that go through my mind all the time. Why aren't we allowed to go to this observatory? What if we all rolled up to it? 100,000 people. Are they going to tell us no? Probably. Yeah, they probably have. Can't have nobody seeing what's out there. I don't know. And again, I want to say thanks to everyone that's watching. CGI, that's what you'd see that's out there, right? It's a big LCD screen. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. But this was pretty interesting. Again, this is the Capitol building. This is up right here. And they're all watching. They're hanging out. Look. Holding hands. They know. They know exactly what's going on. Man, I just can't believe it. Here you go. Crazy. All right, I'm done. I apologize. Let me see. Let me check the chat real quick. CGI doesn't have a different lens. It could. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm sure it has real special lenses and like mirrors and all that stuff. It sees exactly how they know it should see compared to how they tune our equipment for us to see. They detune it. Does everybody know what happened with Tesla just over the recent storm? Tesla Motor Company of the electric car that does 0 to 60 like faster than Lamborghinis. Lucifer is an infrared, not optical. Okay, cool. Some special glass that they can see the frequencies better. Yeah. Felcus, yeah. But anyways, what Tesla did was, because of the hurricane coming in Florida, they only had a 240-mile range. So Tesla updated the software in it, and it gave it, I don't know how much more miles, but they could like get out of Florida in case there was no power. And everyone's question was, how did a software update make my battery go longer? Or was the software designed to hold back the actual potential of my battery? So a lot of people had questions about exactly what's going on. So there is an ability to take something that's better for us. IBM did it with their computers back in the day. All the computers had like the same CPUs, but they would just detune them for the cheaper models instead of building all different CPUs. So it's easy for them to take something and detune it and then give it to us so we don't have the whole picture or see the whole picture. Yeah, so what Tesla did was for the hurricane, people who couldn't really drive that. What if there was no power? Tesla only can go 240 miles. So they software updated everyone's Tesla. And it gave them an extra, I don't know, 50, 60 miles or something like that. Enough to get them out of troubled areas maybe. But everyone's question was, how did a software update make my battery better? And what really happened was they put all the same batteries in all the Teslas, but they detune them for the cheaper models. Yep. It's crazy. So there's actual proof that they can take something and detune it for us. IBM did it with computers back in the, I think in the early 90s, if I'm correct. And I'm sure a lot of other companies do it. You know, anything. Let's see here. What was the other, see here. We already checked out the hurricane size comparison. 1920 America Car Show, about a quarter of population driving. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can only imagine how many times certain things have been suppressed and then re-brought back out, and like almost like movies. Has anybody noticed movies are just recopies of older movies, like just copied and copied? They can easily just do the same thing with all of our goods or trades, everything. I mean, it's just crazy. Just crazy. And then this is this has to do with what I call the matrix we live in. What you have just the other day, or like a week ago. I still like to look at stuff because we live here. But the DHS statement on assurance of binding operational. Okay, what it said was it's going to take all Kaspersky Lab, like malware, virus protection. So anything with Kaspersky, they're going to take out of any government office because it has Russia connections. So you're telling me a government agency went ahead and purchased or used software from another country? Why would it do that if it knew it was going to be vulnerable and then have to go ahead and remove it from all the computers now? I believe they're using this. Again, here you go. After careful consideration of available information and consultation with Integrity Partners, Acting Secretary of Homeland Security, Ellen Duke today issued a binding operational directive directing federal executive branch departments and agencies to take actions related to the use or presence of information security products, solutions, services supplied directly or indirectly by Kaspersky Lab. So prior to this, they thought it was okay to put it on here because Russia never did anything to us before. But according to them, we had like a Cold War and stuff. So then they were like, oh, it's cool. We'll just use your stuff again. It just makes no sense. No sense. What I think they're doing is just setting up some chess pieces so they can use them later on. So now people on the Matrix think, oh my God, oh boy, we have Kaspersky. It's going to come through my computer and grab me like Freddy. So everyone's scared of Kaspersky now, and then the government can use it as something in the future when they like host their own fake web attack or something. I don't know. That's just my it's my personal opinion on it. How can the U.S. government be one of the quote-unquote smartest governments on the planet, which they probably are? They seem to be pretty tricky. They got flying lasers. I do believe in a lot of engineering feats. You can see them. They're demonstrated. But they don't use them for good. But how can a country this intelligent go ahead and just put possible Russia software, whatever you want to say? They clearly know. You can't convince me that they knew that this is just a setup. They're just clearly setting up chess pieces for the next move, the next show. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I just want to say, let me shout out in the chat. But let's see. The only other thing I want to take a look at was I want to check out my my settings and make sure everything's working. And they seem to be. Alright, cool. It does show all my settings are working. I'm pretty happy about this. Alright. And we're going to take a look. How long have I actually been streaming? Let's see. 1 hour and 37 minutes. We've been hanging out for 1 hour and 37 minutes. I can't believe it. It flies by. Flies by. All the participation in the chat, I appreciate it. I really do. Again, this is the What Was That channel. I just take a look at random things, hoping to find something that makes me say, what was that? On that journey, I do get sucked into rabbit holes or whatnot, and that's what you see me on right now. NASA stuff or whatnot. Yeah, most of the stuff is their information. I look at their information and just compare it to other stuff. But yeah. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and look at this last clip here. That's Mexico about to break in half. Hi, Flatlander. Thanks for joining. I want to close that down. We'll play this guy again. We'll play this guy again. If anybody missed this, this is a... I watched a... I'm sure other people have found this. But I was watching a... someone streamed for 7 hours live coverage of the Mexico City earthquake. So what I did was I stayed up really late and watched it. And I'm sure I missed a couple things. But I did find this. I found it weird, but we'll take a look at it. Let's see here. Let me make sure the audio's good. Go ahead and hit play.
It's also a city that has tried to prepare. Tuesday's earthquake struck on the exact anniversary of the 1985 earthquake and just after drills had been conducted throughout the capital. Gail?
The nature's a mighty force. Thank you very much. Manuel Bojorquez reporting from Mexico City.
There you have it. Exact anniversary as the 1985 megaquake. Also, coincidentally, just after drills have been conducted. Could these drills have had pictures taken and that's what you're using? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You have a power grid that's out for weeks to months that happened to go bankrupt a couple months prior to this over a $9 billion debt deal, which they're restructuring. But it's all coincident. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't mind us shutting off the power 20 hours prior to this. So anyone that has a medical device, oxygen, CPAP machine, you are rendered absolutely at the mercy of electricity, and you have to go to these FEMA shelters. All right? Now, that takes those people out of the way. Now, people that don't need the power for that are going to be without power for 4 weeks to months. They're going to be also needy to the point that they're going to have to go to these FEMA shelters and either get vaccines, I don't know, get waxed, I don't know. But there is a lot of video circulating around. News reporters interviewing the homeless. And then they're getting the surprise of their life when they ask the homeless and they answer properly. Why aren't you at a FEMA camp? And the reporter's confused why the homeless person isn't at a FEMA camp when they have the word on the street is they're waxing people. And they literally say it on live TV, and then they try to cover it off. Oh, you're homeless and have a mental problem. No, he's telling you the truth. That's why he's literally not in a supposed camp where there's hot blankets and cocoa and stuff like that, because he knows what's happening there. I mean, come on. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty bad with the emojis too, Project Frequency. So I'm right there with you. And again, I just want to thank everyone out there. I really appreciate it. It's Saturday night and you're here at the What Was That channel. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy in a good way. I literally feel so awesome hanging out with everyone. And again, if you watch me regularly, you can tell I'm off beat. I got a pretty good headache going on. Let's see here. I was supposed to look at one last clip. I just want to get my bookmark manager. All right, let's see here. All right, this is a little bit older, but this is a true. This may not be the best video, but it shows what I want. All right, so let me close this
in different
down.
places.
Okay. I'm also going to shut that down. All right. This guy, whatever he does, it's to me irrelevant for what happened to him, okay? He worked in a lab, and his name is Mark Armitage. All right, anyways, Mark worked in a lab, and he was presented a dinosaur fossil, a bone, and he literally found soft tissue in it. When he found soft tissue in it and reported finding soft tissue in it, he was fired. Because you're not supposed to find soft tissue in something that's 70 million years old. I'm sorry, 70 to 140 million years old. So after discovering soft tissue in a bone or a fossil, he was fired. Well, he won his lawsuit. How do you win a lawsuit against people that are covering you up? Is it true? Is this why dinosaur bones are hidden in the back? This is why we have plaster ones out front? Because they're loaded with soft tissue, and that means that they're not as old as they're saying? 70 to 140 million years old, has soft tissue in it? Is this why they always keep them in the back? Is this why this man was fired?
They produce the facts. And so these are facts. And if you go to trial, and I'm about to force you to go to trial, and not a judge trial, a jury trial. We demanded a jury trial. If you go to trial.
Oh, I mean to hit that. Yep. He is a creationist, but it doesn't matter. He found soft tissue and was fired for it. Fired for bringing it up because it goes against what they're telling us. They're trying to tell us that this place has been around forever. Soft tissue shouldn't exist in a fossil that has been fossilized for anywhere from 70 to 140 million years old. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. He found it. They fired him because it, to me, in the little story, like I'm just trying to put the pieces together, that it goes against what they're trying to tell us, that we haven't been around that long. And that's why they hide dinosaur bones. Because in my mind, I'm like, why do they always hide dinosaur bones on the back if they're real? Well, they just fake them and say it. But what if this is real and that's why they hide them? There's now I have two reasons why they could hide dinosaur bones. One, so that they could put real fake ones on display and just say the real ones are in the back. Or two, they're really in the back because they have soft tissue in them and they're really hidden and nobody's looking at them. And they do put fake ones out so nobody could steal one and do testing on it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm like out of it. But again, fired for finding soft tissue in something that's 140 million years old. You know, no big deal. No big deal. It's just crazy. And he wins his lawsuit. He wins. Here you go. Here you go. In recent years, a school teacher, academic, and NASA employee were also and claimed that they were fired unjust for their religious beliefs. No, that's not. I was hoping they found discoveries, but he literally found soft tissue in a bone and got fired for it. Which to me, they don't like. Something's going on. Are dinosaurs real? And this is why they have plaster bones out so that nobody gets a hold of these that prove that we're not that old. Or are dinosaur bones just a complete hoax, and that's why they say they're in the back, and they put plaster ones on display? I don't know. I don't know. It looks like the timeline they're giving us is completely wrong. I agree. Featuring a guy who seems he was part of a team and they lost. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, human footprints and yeah, absolutely. I'm starting to lean towards that they're trying to make us not believe. Okay. It's all smoke and mirrors. They want us looking over here. They want us believing something else. So if they can get us to even believe dinosaur bones aren't even real, then we'd never even look for the ones that have soft tissue in it that prove that they're lying. Okay? So what if they got us believing that dinosaur bones or dinosaurs are completely fake? So we're like, yeah. So we would never even go search for them. But what if we know they literally lock them away because they have soft tissue in them, and it proves that the timeline they're telling us is wrong? And this is why they lock them in the back? I don't know. It just seems to me that's why I would just trick someone into thinking that they're not even like around, so that they don't even really have to secure it. Who's gonna go after something that they think's not real? I mean, it's crazy. Crazy. I don't know. You guys want to take a look at the San Juan? Let's see. We're gonna look at this lady again.
So Mayor, first off, you've been
Of ensuring that their lives are taken care of.
Is that difficult? I mean,
Let's
when
see.
people leave here,
She's being asked a question, and it must be funny. Oh, is there something playing in the back? Nope. All right. I'm sorry. I thought I was having audio issues. Oh, is something funny, lady? Because a massive hurricane is on its way to your island. Oh, let's see the fake tears. Come on.
Everything will be lost.
Man. I don't know. I can't stop worrying about this, what they're doing. This one really woke my eyes up to how they're doing this. Because if these storms were as large as they say, I'm sorry I'm jumping around. If these storms are as large as they say, they wouldn't tell us, and they would just let the storms hit us and wipe out massive amounts of population. But they're not. If you notice, they're telling you these storms are 150-mile-an-hour winds. How are these reporters holding a microphone and talking with 150-mile-an-hour winds? It's impossible. Big Johnson, I appreciate you joining the stream. I'm like jumping around, but I'm just talking about all these storms. I feel they're overhyping them. So you have reports of 150-mile-an-hour winds, and yet reporters are out there talking with a microphone. You wouldn't hear anything but wind noise. And if these storms were as large as they say and they wanted to hurt us, they would just let these storms hit us. But they're not. So they have to get us out. And they're doing it by shutting power off, weeding us into these camps, and waxing us, you know? It's just what I believe. I don't know it's true. I don't really have any proof. I just have news articles and reports coming from multiple homeless communities saying we're not going to those because the word on the street is you're offing people. I am doing well, Big Johnson. I appreciate it. I hope you are also. I really do. Big Johnson is a original viewer. He's been around since the What Was That channel started. So I appreciate that. All right. But I think that's it. That was all the points that I wanted to cover tonight. Does anyone want me to keep going with some stuff? You can drop some ideas in the chat, maybe. I know Nicholas Cabal wanted to see the flat Earth map I found in a Vatican tour. Let me do that. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find something. I am gonna have to take a minute to stand up though. Let me just try to find something real quick. Yup, boom, I found it. Alright. Alright. Do you want me to let this video play? This is a 60 minutes view of the Vatican Library. This shows the vast information that they have down there in books, scriptures, writing, all this stuff. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this video. I'm going to make sure the audio is good, and I'm going to stand up and stretch for a minute while this is playing. So let me go ahead and make sure this is set up for everyone. All right, let's see here. My audio is good. All right.
We're about to visit a place few people have seen firsthand, the Vatican Library, a vast collection of historic treasures beyond compare. Founded over 5 centuries ago, when Europe was coming out of the Dark Ages, a period of so-called humanism, when the Catholic Church was open to new ideas in philosophy, science, and the human spirit. It's the Pope's library, but it contains much more than just church documents. There are manuscripts going back nearly 2,000 years on music and math, warfare and exploration, even cookbooks and love letters. The library is closed to the public, a place for scholars only. But the Vatican agreed to let us in to see some of the priceless artifacts of our collective past.
The story will continue in a moment.
Welcome to the 15th century. In Rome, turn a corner and you bump into antiquity. A delicious mixed salad of present and past. We arrived at the Vatican to find a medieval costume parade in progress. What better way to begin a trek through history?
There's about 2 million printed books.
2 million printed books.
Notice the
And
checkered
inside
floor.
the library,
And what do they
the
have?
past
I
surrounded
couldn't
us
do it. I
again,
couldn't even take a break.
as we
I
were
gotta
shown
pause
the
it. I have to.
magnificent...
I couldn't do it. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I fucked it up. Look at, you have the checkered floor, and what do they have? Infinite domes. Infinite.
And inside the library, the past surrounded us again, as we were shown the magnificent building and its riches.
This is the Urbino Bible.
For instance, this spectacular Bible commissioned in 1476 by the Duke of Urbino.
Who wanted to have a very fancy Bible.
Well, here you go.
And this is what he got.
Library curator Timothy Jans tells us the Bible took years to make by hand, letter by letter, picture by picture.
Decorated with real gold.
It's just one of the library's 80,000 handwritten manuscripts from the ages before the printing press. Add to that those 2 million or so printed books, Christian and pagan, sacred and profane, in virtually every language known to man. There are thousands of prints and drawings, windows on the past,
Questa è una moneta papale.
and a huge collection of ancient coins. This was the money of Palestine 2,000 years ago, including the kind of silver coins Judas was said to have been paid to betray Christ. Here is a map of the world drawn 50 years before Columbus. At its edge, the Towers of Paradise. And an immediate bestseller, Columbus's description of his voyage to the New World, published in 1493. In a certain way, the library is kind of the attic of Western civilization.
It's so true, and it's like many attics. You know, you put things up all the time, you keep on pushing over boxes to make space for more things.
Father Michael Collins is an Irish priest who's written extensively about the Vatican, where the library's shelves, if you put them end to end, would stretch for 31 miles. Is there anyone, any single person who really knows what the library holds?
Nobody knows exactly what's there, because it would be impossible for the human brain to understand, to remember the titles, who wrote it, when they were written.
It is quite a treasure of the humanity that you have here.
Monsignor Cesare Passini presides over the library. Its great hall,
all right,
essentially unchanged over the centuries, is a picture gallery of a map of the world.
All right, there it is. I'll leave it up for a couple seconds. Here, I'll leave it frozen like this for a minute, so we can take a look at it. I'll give me about 30 more seconds. All right, I'm back here. All right, I appreciate everyone bearing with me for that moment. But that was a pretty good video, right? Did I miss anything? I haven't watched it in forever. But here you have it. They even show a little. What is going on here? 360. I wish they had like 720p, but this is probably in the 90s or something.
Drawn 50 years before Columbus.
There you have this castle. Doesn't that look like the Game of Thrones? It looks like the Game of Thrones map. And they say this is on the edge. Is this where?
At its edge, the Towers of Paradise.
Is this where John Kerry went? On the edge?
And
they said John Kerry went and visited the edge.
And
Where they all go.
Map of the world.
There it is, way on the edge. Could that be it? I don't know. Are these the sun and moon portals that they talk about? There's 3 in each corner. 12 or something. 12. I don't know. but it's definitely weird. Yeah, I tried to do that also, Big Johnson, but it wasn't. I don't want to say I'm blind, jokingly, but I have a pretty heavy prescription, so I have trouble seeing anyways, and I couldn't really figure out anything. But it's weird. I mean, I don't know.
Drawn 50 years before Columbus. At its edge, the towers
this place is called
of Paradise. And an immediate
weird. Yeah, no
bestseller,
gloves.
Columbus's description of
Crazy
his
stuff.
voyage.
Let me put that back on there. It seems like, yeah, it does. Yeah. It seems like these are all, I don't know. Could seismic activity be real and land masses have shifted? I don't know. I just don't know. Exactly. They don't seem recognizable. I don't see any of them. Is this another place? Did this place sink? Has it been? I don't know. I just found it to be weird. To me, it looks like a Game of Thrones map. I've just never seen this map before, though. Ever. Because I tried to compare it to a bunch of other flat Earth maps, but I saw nothing. What if it's just one chunk of land? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I was thinking, Project Frequency. Exactly. I was thinking of maybe it was a different one. A completely different area. Or a landmass that's not around anymore. Because isn't there a landmass that just rose up out of the water? I'm not too sure. I don't even remember anymore. Because if tectonic or volcanic or volcanism is all real, and you have subduction and abduction of plates and stuff, even if it's flat, I don't know. If that's real, then you have these land masses moving around, and they're subjected to a shifting, if you will. I don't know. Carlene McLean says that loads of places underwater, near Cuba, all over the planet. Yeah, exactly. So stuff rises and lowers. I don't know. Is it a combination of the land rising and water dropping, or is it are they independent? I'm not sure, but it's definitely evident that they knew what was going on. I just don't know. I don't know. I go through seltzer water like crazy. Sparkling water. I don't know what it's called. Seltzer water, yeah. But what I also found interesting is, does anybody notice the color of the water? It's green. It's not blue. It's green water. No blue. Nothing's blue. It's all green water. Is it a completely different place? And why the red area, right? See? Some weird shit. I'm telling you, they blipped this on purpose. Who in their right mind is going to watch a 60 Minutes interview? Old people and the What Was That channel. That's about it. Nobody, I bet nobody's ever seen this. I know. Let's see. I'm going to try, I'm going to let it go here.
Drawn 50 years before Columbus. And
okay. That's the best I can get it.
Edge.
Right there. I don't even know what any of those names are. And even these little portal holes have names on them. I watched a documentary which spoke about how the moon can go through portals and come out on different ones. And I don't know. I don't claim to know anything. I'm just using information, trying to make a... I'm trying to put it all together and find truth out there. But I don't even know what, like, is that English? I don't know. I'm not. Or swampy land. Yeah, exactly. What if... Ah, Big Joe. What if it's grass? What if it's all grass? Oh, man. What's to say it's water? You're right. Man, this is why I do this channel. Right there. Boom. Another door just opened. What if it's all grass? They clearly know what blue is. They didn't run out of blue. It's right here. And they chose to put it green. I don't know. It was in that huge book. This book that he opened is like massive, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't know. I just, man, the amount of information they probably have down there. I think we'd have a field day. I'm not going to lie. I probably would pass out. What makes the grass grow? Blood, blood, blood. Probably. I'm going to try to zoom out real quick.
Just before Columbus.
Go back to this one. Man.
Here is a map of the world.
Okay. Just want to take a look at it. What if it's all grass? Man. Yeah, so it has portals and it looks different. It might be a different place. Yeah. Are they describing like... Yeah, I agree with Johnson that it's a different place. I would never... You're right. I would just go through... Oh, man. I just can't believe it. The whole grass thing, like, blew my mind. I never thought of that. What if these aren't even that far apart? What if this is the place they're protecting us from? The other one. What if it is a plane? I don't know. I don't know. What if this is the place we're not allowed to see? There's clearly a castle there. So someone owns it or runs it. I don't know. Prairie land, yeah. It's true. I just don't know. I just don't know. And I don't think... I watched this entire video, and there wasn't anything really else in it. Inquisitive Bunny, thanks for joining. Glad to see you. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm still at a loss of words for the grass thing. It's crazy. And I don't know. I'm trying to see if it's... I don't know. I don't know. You guys want me to leave this up for a minute? I'll leave it up. I'm gonna chat in the chat real quick here. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my bookmark manager, seeing if there's any stuff in here. Oh, I see links that I have that I always get copyright stuff on. It's crazy. Awesome. Crazy. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's I don't know if I can type that quick. With 98% accuracy, that is quite impressive. I am envious. Can you guys hear me type? Is it? I don't think I typed that fast. That's supposed to be. I didn't know my microphone picks it up. Let's see here. What's the title of the book? It was Bible. I'm not too sure. If you'll give me, I'll go back and look. Let me grab. Let me put some headphones in so I can hear the video. We'll take a look.
On 50 years before Columbus.
Oh, what did it say?
Christ.
In 50 years before Columbus.
Here is a map of the world drawn 50 years before Columbus.
So wait a second. He just said that was 50 years before Columbus, 1492. So 500. So 500 years ago, give or take. I don't know. Yeah, Big Johnson, I have a very difficult time, especially if I'm typing quick. Because at work, I have a full-size keyboard, then I come home to a laptop, and it's smaller, so I'm all over the place. But if I'm in the chat, you guys will... McVice, I like that. It's key, listening, using all your senses. But I won't fix my... my typing. Maybe once in a while you'll see me fix my mistakes, but anyone out there, does anyone else think those coins look fake? Hold on, I'll go back. Like these coins? Like these guys?
A huge collection of ancient coins. This was the money of Palestine 2,000 years ago, including the kind of silver coins Judas was said to...
Like this? Like fake? I don't know anything about coins, so I don't even know where that would be from. Rome? I don't know. Catholic land? I don't know. I'm not sure. It does. Carlene, I'm like thrown off by Big Johnson's idea about it being grass. I even asked myself that for a while. I'm like, why is the water green? And there you go. I didn't even think that it could be grass. It's crazy. This is why they do this channel. All the great minds that are out there. This room is filled with people with great minds. Anyone thinking, looking outside, it doesn't matter. Like, just looking at stuff. Nothing's wrong with it. And asking questions. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. They don't look weared out properly. Yeah. Like these edges are too clean. All this stuff right here. All these small details. Specifically these. Especially on a quarter, you can see where they get all worn out. I don't know. They're probably the ones that make all the money. They probably still have the mint for that, or whatever they call it. I'm just trying to find oh yeah, I found the original NASA Colorful Clouds article where they, let me see, did they state that they're purple and green? I believe I have caught these clouds. I will try to put them up somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm just reading an article. If you have any ideas what to look up, I'm actually all out of material, but I'll stick around if people have stuff that they want to take a look at. I will absolutely do that. But as far as the show goes, I'm pretty much out of material. But I'll definitely hang out and look up stuff. Let me check the chat here. They don't look worn out. Did it make sense they would paint water green? No. What if it was dirty water? What if it had a lot of algae in it? I don't know. Let's see. The flat side. Yeah, exactly. But it sticks up. Or uneven from where? Yeah, it looks just very clean. Maybe it is. Maybe it could absolutely be completely fake money that has a complete history behind it, backed by our willingness to believe and want. Brian Steff, thanks for joining. I have also seen some of the clouds the other day. That is cool. Go ahead and give you a shout out here. Brian Steff. You know, it takes a keen eye to see these clouds. You gotta know what you're looking for. And you saw him, so you know what's up. There you go. I spelled something wrong. I did right there. There we go. All right. You know how algae blooms make it made to back fake history, of course. It's all about the props. A movie set looks real. Why? Because they have it backed with awesome props. How many TV shows have the coolest TV show apartments? They're like really nice and we believe it, but it's fake. They're just props all over, and you know, we just formulate the rest in our brain. I just don't know. But you're right. I'm gonna go back to the map. Grass, algae, I don't know. But what's funny is what would be waterways don't look like waterways. They're all the same size. They're not shrinking down like veins do. You know, arteries, veins, capillary, all the way down. They're just large bodies of water. Or is it large patches of grass? I don't know. I just don't know. Yep, because newspapers going back tonight shows people, yeah, talking about being a globe. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. I understand gravity, but to even make me want to believe it, I have to overcome the fact that I don't feel a west to east motion. Not only is it not straight, it's a curved motion of 1,000 miles an hour. You could sell me if we were going straight. Yeah, probably we're at cruising speed. I don't feel it. All right, but we're curving constantly down in the, you know, because we're a globe supposedly. So we're going 2 times the speed of a jetliner. What's a jetliner cruise at? 480 miles an hour, 500 miles an hour. So we're going double that, west to east, and nothing's happening. Like, come on, get out, come on. It's just crazy. Just crazy. But here you have it. A map I've never seen, hidden in the Vatican Library, that could be, but probably is, a treasure trove of information. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I agree with Carlene. Newspapers going back to 1900 shows people getting prosecuted for preaching the globe. Why? Because they knew it was fake. We are supposed to be moving faster than sound. Makes no sense. No movement ever detected. I agree. I agree. I just don't see how you could go west to east, make a U-turn, and not feel any differentiation between the speed under your feet. Go take a Matchbox car, put it on a treadmill, and go do a U-turn on it. Like, there's just no... I don't understand. I just don't understand. It's... I don't know. The problem is I do understand that it's bullshit. Like, it's just crazy. McVice, so the map is from Andrew Welsner, 1448. Good how'd you find that? McVice. Andrew, who is this guy? Is this guy a fake? Is he a fraud? Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, this is very interesting. A Benedictine monk from Salzburg, Austria. So this guy seems legit, right? Legit. Excellent find. Excellent find. Awesome. Research bra. I do know all about research. But this is a good find. I would have never been able to find that. Absolutely. So we are supposed to be looking for South Asia in that map. Anyone from the 1500s is, yeah. I mean, literally, this map looks like a perfect watch. Are these little ticks for the second time to go by? I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just very, very weird that they could. I don't know. Maybe it's not weird. I don't know. What was that is having a what was that moment. And I just want to thank everyone out there for watching. My stream of content is over, but we are just taking a look at stuff that the chat wants to take a look at. So if there's anything out there that you wanna take a look at, or have me take a look at, I'll be glad to. I'll stream for a little bit longer. Seems everyone's having fun. I haven't streamed in forever, so I do appreciate everyone that has joined tonight, or is gonna view this video in the future. I really do appreciate it. I don't know if anybody has seen my Jim Carrey videos. He's getting out of control. Nicholas Cabal, thanks for joining. Enjoy your night. Here we go. We gotta check this out. We're gonna see the Jim Carrey. I just made a video about this, but actually, we'll use my video clip so I don't have to destroy my my bandwidth. Alright, let me find a clip here. If I can. Maybe I can't. I seem to be having technical difficulties. And again, I'm out of material, so I'm just gonna finish up with some stuff. If anybody has anything they want to cover, we definitely can. But right now I'm gonna show a video clip of Jim Carrey on Jay Leno's late night show, and listen carefully to what he makes fun of and how he makes fun of it. Make sure the volume's up.
I'm sorry, Jay.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I can see that how that would affect your Christmas.
I made that whole thing up.
What?
I'm sorry. I guess I just wanted to seem interesting. I guess there's a real danger of that on this show.
There's a pressure.
Well, yeah,
yes.
people come out and they've run out of anecdotes, you know, and they just start making stuff up.
Yeah.
Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong? You mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Like, literally, he's literally joking right to your guys, our faces, audience's faces. And they just laugh with
it. You
it.
mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah.
He knows it's fake.
Neil Armstrong? You mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Now this was a long time ago. I would say this is in like the mid-90s maybe? Late 90s, 1998. All right. Now let's take a look at another interview he just did the other day.
Hey, Jim Carrey. Yes.
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe in
icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, you know, possibility that we could come up with.
He knows it's true. Actors are nothing. We don't know these people. Actors and actresses have been acting to us our whole life. We don't know who they are. When they're on stage receiving an award, are they acting? Is that really them? They have been acting their entire life to us. We have no idea who they are. And we worship, not everybody worships them, but you know, a lot of the masses do. And he's literally making fun of it. He knows it's a complete joke.
Icons, boy, that is just the...
Say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating icons.
Celebrating icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, you know, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. What do you believe in icons?
He knows. He literally just said it. And you know this is completely off scripted because look at her face.
That is just the absolute lowest aiming, you know, possibility that we
icons.
Can come up with.
We have doctors.
Like
we have doctors that can take out hearts, put them in another person. We have doctors and surgeons and even nurses and everything that helps to take lungs out of, transplant lungs from one person to another. All this stuff. But yet we worship these false idols. And he's literally making fun of it right here.
Icons. What do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I
Was
didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant. That's
This is the
not
best part.
that
Here's the
uplifting.
thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
There's the good news. Pats her on the shoulder. We're out. Oh man, it's too classic. And then let me find another one that I found today. Let me. Man, what did I do with it? Oh no, that's the same one. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know, I don't know where it is. I'm just gonna. I put it on my. Alright, this will be, let's see here, studio, this one. Let's see, listen to what he says on this late night show. Here's Jim Carrey. Now, if anybody doesn't know, doesn't he have, and I don't care, exactly, it's awesome. He has, I'm pretty sure Jim Carrey has a murder investigation going on. They just like go to trial for. So are they trying to out him through this? Is the murder investigation fake? And they're pressing it on him because they both know that the media, they can create this whole thing and get him in trouble. You know what I mean? So is he leaking this stuff out because of that? Or is he getting in trouble because he's leaking this stuff out? Is it MK Ultra breaking down? If nobody knows what MK Ultra is, you should look it up. Check out the Adirondack Mountains. And the link between the Adirondack Mountains and MK Ultra. There's a TV show called Stranger Things that's literally sort of based off MK Ultra in the Adirondack Mountains, where the energy company or the whoever supplies all the U.S.'s energy had to come out and control him, shut the fuck, or go to jail. Exactly, yeah. It could be all a mockery for all we know. I agree, McVice. I really do. I also, it could be anything, but let's check this one out. It's a little weird, I apologize.
gang sign? Have you, Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is. I have no idea. Well, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know. We don't know. All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah. What is it? Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it.
Notice he has a space shirt on. He literally has a shirt with an astronaut. I don't know what it says.
It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. Oh, I like it. It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things.
Bohemian Grove.
And, you know, and you know, look at him trying to come it out. It's hilarious, hilarious. And, you know, and I'm sick of, hold on a second. You know what they're trying to do? Who? This thing is buzzing, hold on. They're trying to turn us into, you know, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this. And yeah. Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some...
What's he making fun of?
What happened?
The mind control.
Sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus. That's a big one, huh? 5.5 heads-up HD display. I think what I was really trying to say was I think people really enjoyed Dumb and Dumber this weekend. And that is what I thought you
There you go. He was out of line. He received a phone call. And he was immediately back in line. See how it works? They're mocking us. It's crazy. They're all in on it. Yeah, Flatlander, I think it does say that. It does look like it says that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And, you know, and I'm sick of... hold on a second. You know, lower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. Oh, I like it. It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things, and, you know, and you know, look at him trying to come it out. It's hilarious, hilarious. And, you know, and I'm sick of, hold on a second. You know what they're trying to do? Who? This thing is buzzing, hold on. They're trying to turn us into, you know,
there you have it. He's just making fun of us. Yeah, I need more space. I'm not. Man, these people, they just make me mad. I'm really worried about all the natural disasters and all the crap that they're trying to pull off. That's it. I really don't have any more material. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It looks like I've been streaming forever. How long? 2 hours and 30 minutes. Oh man, I can't believe that. Time flies when you're in good company. I want to appreciate everyone that's watching, that's going to watch, that has watched and left. And that's why I put the scroll on the bottom so you can see the material that's going on and you can switch in and out to other channels. So I really appreciate everyone stopping by. We got McVice, Big Johnson, Project Frequency, Carlene McLean's out there, Nicholas Cabal left, Cat's Eyes might be in and out, Inquisitive Bunny. I just appreciate everyone out there. Big Johnson, It's crazy. Crazy amount of people that watch the What Was That channel. Must be doing something right. So I really appreciate it. And again, if you guys have any suggestions, any ideas, anything, don't be afraid to message me. I may not get back right away. Message me through the YouTube messenger. McVite, yeah. Yep. Getting some work done. Yeah. It's still early. I think I'm gonna do a couple things too. I'm gonna lay down. My head's bumping. No, thank you, Inquisitive Bunny. Again, you guys make the show. Without you, nobody's watching. What would I be doing this for? The show exists because of the viewership. So, thank you. That's it, yeah. And again, if anyone has any questions, suggestions, anything, shoot me a message in the Flatlander. Thanks for joining. I scrolled up and didn't even see your name. I knew you were here, but I didn't shout it out. But I appreciate it. If anyone hasn't checked it out, check out Flatlander's channel. Group handshake. Thanks for the map. You're welcome, Big Johnson. Thanks for joining, because that's how you got to see the map. You were here hanging out with us. I appreciate it. McVice, good luck in the studio tonight. Just want to make sure I got everyone. I like to appreciate everyone. Even the people that told us about the I'm trying to find who corrected us about the Lucifer telescope. Charlie, I just appreciate it. You guys weren't bad, nothing. I really do appreciate it. It's early, yeah, it's early for me too. Let me see here. Yeah, that's it. That's all my material. But I appreciate everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream. I do believe I might do something tomorrow. I have set up a Twitch account. I may try a couple streams on there. I may even try just uploading a couple things, but I'll keep everyone posted. Yeah, we'll check it out. Thanks for viewing.